And here they are, your Wealth Warriors.
Oh!
What's happening, everybody?
Welcome, Rise with the Wealth Warriors, once again, evening edition. Welcome, guys. Once again, we are here, Rise with the Wealth Warriors. You have Tyler, you have me, Daniel, and you have Ryan. We are here tonight to answer your guys' questions. Where you guys are coming from, hashtag live, where you guys are coming from, hashtag where... If you guys are watching replay, hashtag replay, and we're just going to have fun this time. It's Halloween coming up this weekend, so we're quite excited for that. And yeah, I hope you guys got some questions for us this time. Don't be shy. Freaking jump out here. And literally no question is a dumb question. Just freaking launch them out, okay? We're happy to have you guys and excited to be here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, Nate just remind me, we have been doing this for 12 weeks already, okay? I mean, time flies. I hope you guys did receive value from the past 12 weeks. For people who warm up a little bit slower, right? We're going to keep doing this every single week, so get your questions ready, okay? This time belongs to everybody, okay? Ryan.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. It is a wonderful Thursday evening this time for evening edition with Rise with the Wealth Warriors. What Daniel said, it's actually pretty powerful. 12 weeks. We have been here every single week for the past 12 weeks for you guys to help you guys in your businesses. So, there's a lot of people that try to do this that come and go and fail, and, maybe they're not so consistent. We see a lot of that quite a bit, people not being consistent. But here you are. The Wealth Warriors have been in front of you for 12 weeks straight, and we continue to do this, and we plan to continue on with this, to be in front of you guys every single week so that you guys we can help you guys in your business and get those questions answered.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Tyler, say something to our audience.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's been amazing being part of this team and what we're bringing to the table, especially in our coaching calls and stuff like that. We got like 30 or 40 or even 50 people come to our coaching calls every Tuesday, and it's been amazing. Lots of good questions getting asked and answered, and people are seeing progress and seeing results, and it's pretty amazing to see what's happened over the last 12 weeks. So yeah, it's awesome.
Beautiful. So what we're gonna talk about today? I mean, right now is the end of the year, right? We're getting close to finish the 2022. I hope you guys, right, got crazy results in 2022. For some of you who just getting started recently, right now is the critical time. Okay, today we're gonna spend some time talk about the plan, how to finish 2022 strong, how to have a great opening in 2023. Okay, I don't know about you. How about you, Ryan? I noticed that every single year for the past 2 years, the end of the year, right, is the biggest transformation I can see from my business.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's crazy. The last 3 months of the year are just crazy. Now, we've already been through one of those 3 months. We only got 2 left. But I'm telling you what, those 2 months are going to be absolutely crazy. And before we get too far into this, I know Nathan is super excited about this, and he wants to wish everybody a happy Halloween. So we got to do that real quick. He's got his severed hand there on his shoulder, so we got that to join us, I guess, this evening. But Daniel, you're absolutely correct. When the last 2 months of the year come around, it is amazing at how crazy it does get. And I think what it is it's the anticipation of that new year. Everybody always used to talk about, and I remember for years past, the beginning of the year was always about getting in shape. All those newbies in the gym that are there for the first 2 or 3 months, or the first 2 or 3 weeks of January, giving it the old college try to get fit. And then usually by the end of January, beginning of February, they've all knocked off and their New Year's resolution is nowhere to be found. I think what we have figured out in this make money online niche and in this industry, people look at it the same way as not only rebuilding them and getting in shape physically, but also it's an opportunity to help them grow financially and find that future that they've always searched for. I know for me, we really got started, back in 2020, we really, really, truly got started right around Halloween. That was a day really that I had a call with a mentor of mine, and that's what kicked it all off for me, even though for 3 months prior to that, we'd actually known about affiliate marketing and we tried a couple of different things, but it was actually on Halloween of 2020 when I had a phone call with a mentor, and that's really when things kind of really kicked into gear. I basically got my swift kick in the ass, as Megan always calls it, and it put my action or my plan into action. And then from that point, man, things snowballed, and I have seen it in 2020. I saw it in 2021, and I'm hoping 2022 is going to be the best November and December we have seen yet. And if anything from the past is going to kind of give us any glimpse of what it's going to be like, it is going to be amazing. And so hopefully you guys can get in on part of that as well.
Yeah,
Heck
definitely.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Frank, man. The last 2 months, I'm excited for the next year already, Frank, man. But yeah, the next 2 months is gonna be insane, guys. We're literally sitting in a digital gold rush, and it's absolutely insane. Like people want to learn how to work from home. People want to be with their families. Like, trust me, I was an off-highway log truck driver. I'd rather sit here and talk to you guys on a weekly basis and spend time with my family, be able to go on vacations whenever we want, run my business at my own time, than sit in a freaking truck and work for somebody else. I did it for years, and I understand, hey, we all have to do it, but there is other ways out there. Trust me, guys. And I'm excited because not only does this, it's not only an anniversary for like 12 weeks and stuff, but even for like me and Daniel, it's actually mine and your anniversary for MCS. We started MCS. It was a year ago this time last year. We got introduced to Zach. It was this time last year. It was literally around this week. But sometimes can't the exact date, but yeah, it was right before Halloween. A couple days before Halloween was when I was introduced to Zach, and that's when we started we first started, and our first launch was November 1st, right, Daniel? I think it was, right?
November 1st. I forgot what date. Yeah, November. Yeah, early November.
The first day of November, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's changed our lives. Like, it's crazy, man, what this industry can do to you guys.
It is
see a bunch
crazy.
of
It's absolutely insane.
There's a hand on your shoulder.
It's not just a hand.
Transformation, Tyler. Okay, I mean, if you guys don't know, Tyler is expanding his business into different niches, outdoor, that kind of stuff. So how about your transformation, Tyler? What you see at the end of the quarter of the year?
You know, I'm gonna shift gears from the end of the quarter to the beginning of the quarter, and the reason why I say that is because I literally just got off a call with somebody, and we were having the conversation about, people getting started, people wanting to, experience that life-changing experience that so many people are out there to get and to have, and they all want to experience it. And so many people out there are waiting for the path to be laid out in front of them, or to have some sort of clear direction or path to go in. And here's what I said to him, as someone who's already been in the industry for 10 months, but, is having a little bit of trouble getting traction and those kind of things. I said to him, listen, the path is only laid in front of you when you lay down the brick. You have to lay down each brick of your path, and then your path will be shown to you. And it all starts with making a decision that you are committed to actually trying something new, whether that's here online, building a brick and mortar business at home, starting something with the kids. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you have to be ready and willing to make that decision and to make that commitment to make change happen, because you have to lay down the foundation of your own road. You have to lay down each and every brick. You have to be willing to go out there and make the decision to go out there to learn and to gather information and to try new things, and to be accepting of, the small failures and the small setbacks that you're going to have for the big wins that you're going to have in the future. So, because it's like these guys are saying, I mean, the next 2 months for us is absolutely gangbusters. It's on fire. It's awesome. It's a great time of year. Summertime's kind of over, so we're all hunkered down, doing our thing, getting all of our systems set up for the Q4 season and stuff like that. And I encourage you guys, don't wait for January or December 31st, January 1st to make some sort of life-changing decision. You don't have to wait for a special day to make a big decision. You can make a decision at any time that you want, but you have to be ready in your mind to make that decision and hold yourself accountable to that decision so that you can progress and you can start laying down those bricks for your amazing path and your amazing journey that you're going to experience when you finally decide that you're going to move away from whatever situation you're in right now to something greater and something bigger.
Beautiful.
100%.
Beautiful. Yeah.
You know, I want to add.
I see some question coming in. We're gonna take some question, and I also see the.
Mac, I see you. Your name pops up now. I see it. Just wanted to pop that out there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I also see that we have Big Dog watching us. Okay, Jonathan.
What's going on, Jonathan? Thanks for joining us.
Yo.
Hey, real quick before we jump into some of these questions,
if Jonathan's still in here, Jonathan, I'm going to send you a message on Messenger. I know you probably don't know who I am all that much, but I have something I need to chat with you about. So please answer my message when I message you here in an hour or so. I'm just going to throw that out there right here since I got you on the call.
There you go. There you go. Hey, before we get to these questions, I do want to kind of add on a little bit to what Tyler was talking about. You know, we see so many times that people want a clear path. You know, when we first get started there, everything, the waters are so muddy. We've been through maybe a course, or we've done all these YouTubes, or we've Googled all this stuff, or, you know, even if we've gone, like I said, through a full-blown course that we've paid and invested in, we're looking for that clear path, but it's so muddy right now. We've gone through all this stuff and we're trying to figure out what to do. And a lot of times, and I can speak from experience here, guys, that muddied water keeps us from taking action because we're looking for that clear water. We're looking for that clear blue water so we know precisely where exactly to go and what to do and what our next steps are. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, 2.5 years into this, I still ain't found no damn blue water. All right? There is still always things that come about in our business that we either don't expect or didn't know about. So if you're waiting for crystal clear blue water path to start your business, forget about it. Take that leap. Go ahead and get started with some kind of action, and I promise you, you will not regret it. I am one of those that strive for perfection. And I know we've talked about this a lot of times. You know, we strive for perfection and a little bit OCD, and I want things just right. That was a big thing for me to overcome when we first got started, to not have everything exactly perfect the way I wanted it, to say, all right, it's ready to launch. You launch this thing. You get it going. You get it out there. You get started. You put yourself out there. Then you clean up stuff as you go. But if you're looking for that clear path, don't wait for that until you get started. All right? So just a little bit of advice there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. What questions we got here?
I see that there is a question asking how to promote list.
There it is. Yep.
Email list. Yeah, in the most simplified method. I don't know who is asking this question, okay? I cannot see the name. So it depends. I mean, the very basic way, and I have to give credit to Jonathan, right? I learned this from him, okay? When you do email marketing, okay, the basic rule, everybody is trying to promote, okay? And if you are going through the course, right, the best way to do it is that you learn how to provide value first, okay? So I pay very close attention, especially to my first week of my email sequence. I want to give as much value as possible, and because I do live all the time, right? So I have a lot of video content I can send out to people as my private training. And why am I doing that? Because I'm doing that to train my email subscribers a habit to open up my email, okay? So I want to give them value in advance, okay? So even when I do promotional email, in between, I still will put in training, okay? Or special goodies for them, like bonuses, training for them. So otherwise, if you just keep promoting using different email swipes, right? Sooner or later, your email subscribers will stop opening up your email because they know every time they receive your email, you try to sell them something, okay? So if you want to increase your open rate, click-through rate, pay attention to your initial email sequence. Give value in advance, okay?
And let's tell them how they can give some value, because, you know, I watched Daniel and his email marketing from, you know, a year ago already. Daniel's email marketing is something out of this world, guys. And if you guys aren't subscribed to his email list, I would go and I would check it out. But one thing that Daniel did very, very well, or still does very, very well, is bringing you guys those secret trainings, bringing you guys those secret videos that are not really found elsewhere on platforms and stuff like that. So, and how that works and how that can work for you guys is, maybe you're doing a live on TikTok, maybe doing a live on Facebook. All that's recorded, right? Now you can take that recording, you can cut it out and dumb it down into some really good pieces of value. You can put that into a funnel page, and now you can put that into your email marketing and say, hey, I've got a secret training here for you guys. I did a live last week or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we dropped the hammer on some cool topics. Now you get people interested. Now they want to see, okay, what's he bringing for me, right? Now you have a little video going in, you're bringing them some value, that type of thing. And that's really one of the great ways that you can simplify your email marketing and bring people a ton of value, because it means that you don't necessarily have to do a whole ton of copywriting in your email. You're going to let the secret training video speak for itself. Your email is actually going to be quite short and simple, and just a quick little headline and a small little paragraph, and then boom, into the video of value. And now you're bringing your audience sheer value.
Beautiful. Exactly. Okay. And I want to remind you guys, okay, if you're watching this live, if you are just joining us right now, drop hashtag live. Some of you, if you're watching this on replay, drop hashtag replay. Okay. So every Thursday, we're going to be here doing our weekly Rise with the Wealth Warriors show. Okay. And this show is not focused on selling you our stuff. Okay. This show is just to create more impact in the industry. So I welcome you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below, and we will spend this time to answer your questions. Okay?
Yeah, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
We're freaking excited. We're pumped. There's a lot of things that are happening in this industry on the left, right. We're always having to adapt. It's one of the big things that us, even Wealth Warriors, the past few weeks have learned, that we've even had to adapt, right? So, with that being said, there's a lot of things there's going to be things happening in the future and stuff, but even like us on a nonstop basis, even us at our levels, we're constantly having to change, adapt as entrepreneurs. You have to learn to adapt and overcome anything that's been thrown at you. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Yes, it might suck at first or something, or it's just not the way you might want to handle it, but it's the way you come out of that and you learn from it, and you take that and use that into your business to excel and take yourself to the next level. Because like me, I know this week has been pretty freaking crazy. The past 2 weeks has been pretty freaking crazy. But we're using that as fuel and fire, and gives us more energy to push ourselves to be better than we were yesterday, right? And that's the whole point of being an entrepreneur, right? It's just becoming a better person, better 1%, even 1% each day. Just become a better person than you were yesterday, and your business will eventually take off.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's all about learning. And you know, I'll be honest, folks. Whenever we started this, I thought, you know what? We'll go through a course. I'll learn how to do this stuff. We'll be good. We're going to start making money, and life's going to be all rainbows and unicorns. We're laughing because, you know what? We all have been there. We all thought that, you know what? This one course is going to do it for us, and we're going to be on our way, right? But what I've learned through our adventure with all of this is we continue to self-educate. And if you want to grow and if you want to get better, you want to progress, that's the only way to do it. You have to continue to self-educate. I've talked about this many a times, and the fact that I used to never read. I hated to read. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. As a matter of fact, you know, I've told the story a few different times about how Megan, you know, caught me reading a book when I first started this stuff, and she thought I was sick, you know, because in 10 years we've been together, she'd never even actually seen me pick up a book. You know, she didn't even think I could read, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, over the last couple of years, what I've learned is I've got books all over. I've got some books back here. I got another bookshelf over here off to the side. I've got books everywhere. I've read more in the last 2 years than I did the first 40 years of my life. Yep, Daniel's got his. Hey, what's the rapper doing on that one, dude?
That's fun.
This one is Two
Yeah,
pushes.
I know what it is, but why is the
wrap?
wrapper still on it? You can't read them if the wrapper's still on it.
Only for display.
Oh, okay. He got the audio book. But you know what? That's what it's all about. It's all about educating, self-educating, learning more, trying to figure out what our next steps are. Nathan's exactly right. You know, we've gone through things here in the last couple of days, last week or so as a Wealth Warrior team. Things have changed for us and how we're operating our daily businesses. But it happens. You know, you get up one morning and you think, man, everything's fine. The birds are chirping out in the window. The sun is shining. Everything's great. And, man, this is going to be a great day. You wobble over to your computer and you sit down. You open up your first email and you go, well, shit, this day just went to crap. Somebody's changed something and you didn't even know it. But that's okay. Learning to roll with those punches, and we still have positive attitudes about things. You know what? Yes, things happen. You know, sometimes we could just be moving along. This train is just, heading for home. I mean, things are doing wonderful. Then all of a sudden you look back in the mirror and you see half your train's derailed somewhere, But that's part of it sometimes, just learning how to deal with some of that. And a lot of people, when they see those things happen, they have an issue and they give up. A successful entrepreneur isn't going to give up every time the train derails back there behind us, or whenever the birds stop chirping, or the sun goes down, thunderclouds come out, and it starts raining. It happens. We just have to roll with these. And that's what, for me, the self-education has done. Given me the ability to not always be like, hey, when's the other foot going to drop? All right, yeah, I was awesome. We had a $10,000 week this week, but next week we're probably not going to make any money at all. Getting rid of those negative thoughts and those things of, yeah, this happened, but something bad's going to happen. I don't think like that anymore. I don't wait for that other foot to drop. I think about positive things. And yes, it's hard sometimes, but that's why we have a community. That's why we have a tribe of people that we can go to and talk with. Man, Tyler and I, we've gotten pretty close over the last couple of years. He and I have been together for, like I said, 2 years now. And when we get down, I mean, there's times where Tyler give me a buzz. He's like, man, are you around? I'm like, all right, I know something's going on now. So we get on a call, and, he's going through something or I'm going through something. But the ability to reach out to people that can help lift you up, help bring that positivity back to you and say, hey, dude, we got this. We're going to kick this thing in the ass and we're going to take over. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here for you guys. So again, self-education, having the right mindset is a great recipe for success. I promise you.
Absolutely, 100%.
Let me quickly piggyback on that one because I see Lori is asking question that she feels she doesn't know how to add value. Okay, because she's new, she's just getting started. I also see comment from Scott and Jeff. Right, they are also on our team. Talking about they don't read at all. I know Scott is recently start doing lives, right? And Jeff also want to put himself out there more. Okay, so I want to also give you guys some idea. We talked about books, right? That's the great idea source you can get from. Like the other day, I just made the live inside my Facebook group. Okay, I've been reading Expert Secret, right? Just an example, okay? So I've been reading this, trying to digest this, level up my webinar skills, everything else, right? So I had this idea I want to share, maybe just a couple bullet points, okay, from the book. So I wrote down 4 bullet points, how to position yourself as a leader, okay? So I took 4 bullet points from this book. I went live and I share with my audience, right? I say I give credit to this book, and these are 4 bullet points I want to share with you guys. Then at the end, hey, if you guys want to pick this up, I have the link in the video description down below. You guys can order it, right? I did that. I share. I say I learn from the book. I share 4 bullet points. Then I make a call to action. Okay, I had about not many 4 or 5 orders that day for the book. So that's what you can do. You can read it, learn it, and share it to your audience.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's another reason why I love ClickFunnels. They got so many great products on the back end. So many great products you can promote.
It's true. And there's a reason why being an entrepreneur is the road less traveled. And it's because there is no set up a business and forget it and it's going to run the rest of your life. You have to be adaptable. You have to learn. You have to be forever educating yourself so that you can do exactly what Daniel's talking about, which is bring people value, because the more you learn and the more you absorb, the more you can share with your audience. It's that simple. And people that are struggling to bring value to their audience, they're you know, they've had their business you know, somewhat built for them to a certain aspect or whatever. You still have to go and learn how all those things function and operate so that you can be educational to your audience and you can bring value to them. You know, there is no such thing as a set it and forget it business. If there is, please tell me in the comments. I'd love to invest. But I don't think that it exists, because I've looked online for many years for a set it and forget it business. And I've come to the realization that, again, you have to lay down the bricks of your road and you have to learn every aspect of what it is that you are trying to accomplish, how you're trying to accomplish it. Like, you know, if you can immerse yourself into an activity like that, you are going to come out so much further ahead, because you're going to become an expert in the subject matter eventually. Nobody is born an expert. Okay? It is a learned skill that you are going to acquire through time and effort. That's it. That's the magic formula. Time and effort and commitment. Just commit to that time and effort. That's it. It's work ethic. Exactly. You have to have that work ethic. You have to be willing to roll with the punches. You have to be willing to adapt. You have to want to become a Swiss Army knife, because ultimately, as an entrepreneur, you know, you are a Swiss Army knife. Not only do you learn all these different things about the online world and social media and funnel building and copywriting and all that stuff, but like for me, I've never been a business owner. I've never been a successful business owner. Anyway, I owned a landscape company for like a couple of months, but I didn't like it because it just took too much time and I was doing paramedicine on the side. But in any event, that's neither here nor there. You're going to learn bookkeeping, taxes, you know, LLCs, all these different aspects of business that you're going to learn. So you're going to become a Swiss Army knife, but you got to want that. You gotta have that drive and that decision that you are going to make a serious change in your life. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is that this is a massive change, a massive shift that you are going to experience for the rest of your life. None of us are going to be the entrepreneur that sets it and forget it. I guarantee you that you will see Ryan, Daniel, Nate, myself moving into other areas as years go by, as we network with new entrepreneurs and we network with new people and new opportunities arise and exciting things happen, and we jump on new trends or new opportunities that are coming down the pipe. That is going to be our story at the end of our lives, when we finally, you know, end up kicking the bucket and leave our legacy to our families and to our kids, is that we never gave up being an entrepreneur. We always strive to learn more and to grow more and to level up.
Absolutely, that's the fun part. Okay, let's start taking some questions. I do see some questions coming in, and I see there's one person say Daniel Cho, he was born as a genius and expert. I thank you for your kind words. Okay, but when I first got started, when I was on food stamps, got sued by American Express. Nobody say I was genius. Okay, it takes hard work. Okay, you can do it too.
I think the only thing I was born as a genius at was eating, and I've carried that expertise all the way through to my 40s now. So, you know, that's a bit about it.
That's true.
All right, so we got a question here. Is it best to focus on one platform for traffic or have multiple? Who wants to field that one?
I personally, you should stick to one platform, but always have a backup, because you can always lose a platform. I lost my TikTok this week. I can comment on it and go live on it, but I can't post videos on it, which content's king on TikTok, right? But they're still pushing my stuff, but I can't post videos on it. So I'm having to go to my old account, my other account. I'm having to do stuff on Facebook and stuff, but you should always have, my suggestion is always have Facebook as your hub. Always use Facebook as your business. I just luckily just got professional mode on friggin' Facebook this week, so that's awesome. You guys can literally, just on Facebook alone, earn from Facebook Reels once you get consistent on, and they offer it to you. You can make money from their reels, whether you're Canadian or not. Right?
Nice.
Yes, TikTok you can't
Nice.
make money on as a Canadian, but Facebook, I can literally make up to $1,200, pay my rent just from making 7 to 15-second videos on Facebook Reels now. Literally.
Nice.
That's all it takes. Now I'm in the works of monetizing my YouTube channel, right? Literally just getting out there, out of your comfort zone these days, can literally create you a full-time income from home just by creating content. These platforms are pushing and pushing and pushing the short-form content like crazy right now. And if you're not out there creating content, you're literally leaving money on the table. Sorry,
Absolutely.
I just had to get that out of the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. For beginners, yeah, I think a lot of us here as a Wealth Warrior team, we do think Facebook is a great way to go. But really, honestly, in the beginning, just pick you one that you can feel semi-comfortable with. And I say semi-comfortable with because none of us are ready to just jump into social media and start putting things out there. I haven't seen a whole lot of people that are. There are some freaks of nature out there that don't mind throwing themselves on video and doing dancing and everything else. But what it comes down to is really just picking one that you feel comfortable with, be consistent with it, learn the strategies for that platform. I know that sounds odd because you're thinking, what is just making videos? All I got to do is make a video and post it, right? That's the strategy. No, there are strategies behind every single one of these platforms, and they are all different. So make sure once you pick that platform that you're going to go with, learn the strategies, talk to others that have used it, find what works for you, and go with it and be consistent.
Yep. And here's also what I take on this one. If you are just starting out, definitely master one first, okay? Because if you cannot even do one, how can you do 2 or 3, right? But you are not going to stop there, okay? Because it is true. Every single platform, you can only use one and make 6 figures and beyond, okay? Any single platform. But I also want to point it out. Once you master one, okay, you need to expand, right? Because when you know, like not just one platform, right? 1 + 1 equals more than 2, if you know what I mean, right? I combine, let's say TikTok plus Facebook organic. When I combine them together, it's very powerful. It's 1 + 1 more than 2, okay? Yeah, but you can use Facebook to make 6 figures. You can just use TikTok to make 6 figures. But once I combine them together, it's powerful, okay? But you're going to start from 1, then learn, okay? Learn as you go.
All right. I've got a question here. Where'd it go? All right. This one I don't know about. I'm going to throw it up there. I don't know if you guys know. Storyblocks or Envato Elements for video editing, which is better? Now, like I said, I'm not sure on that one. I actually have a guy that does video editing, so I would send something like that to them. I'm with Nate. I don't know.
We paid editors.
Am I still the only guy that edits his own crap? Okay, so I don't know either of those 2 programs myself, but I still use CapCut. I think it's great for a lot of the TikTok stuff. If you're talking about doing anything long form like YouTube or something like that, you can probably get away with iMovie on your Mac for a little bit, but really you're going to want to move to something a little more professional, like either Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, or Camtasia.
I was going to say, I have used Camtasia in the past. Camtasia seems to be very user-friendly. Anything that I did have problems with, walk on over to Google. Ask Google. Google knows. So
yeah, don't be afraid to use Google. Literally, every single one of us here probably uses Google at least probably once a day, minimum. Maybe not once a day, but at least guarantee a few times a week.
I was gonna say once a day. I think I've been on there about 20 times already today.
Today myself, I was looking up freaking parts and shit. So
I saw a question here on Facebook that I think we answered in our Tuesday coaching call with the group. But it basically, I can't see where it is now, but it was basically asking how many times should you post on your social media platform? And if you're talking like Facebook, I think we said 4, right? Wasn't it, Daniel, that you shouldn't post more than 4 or 2 for the algorithm?
I'm doing 6 a day on Facebook Reels right now.
6?
And it's
I've done
6 a day right now, and it's pushing my shit like crazy.
I've done 7 a day, and it did well as too. So I again, it comes down to your audience. It comes down to your content. There's a lot of things here, and I think the biggest thing to say here is to test it. To test
Right.
it for you and for your audience and see what's going to work for you. When as far as pissing off the algorithm goes, when we were doing TikTok in the very beginning, we still do TikTok, but a lot of people, when they would batch content, say they were going to do 5 or 6 videos a day, they would batch their content and then they would post 5 or 6 videos at one time. Now with TikTok, that caused issues. It did not like that. But now you go over to Instagram or Facebook and it really didn't matter. You could post them, relatively quick from one another, and it didn't really matter. So again, it all comes down to kind of testing. I don't think there's one magic number that fits anybody as far as what's going to work for the algorithm, what's going to work for their content, things like that. It's all about testing, guys.
The biggest thing that
Sounds
you got to
good.
choose is when you're posting content across any platform, you have to make sure that you can pick a number that you're going to stay consistent with. So if you're going to post 4 per day, that means you got to post 4 per day for basically 30 days to get any kind of data from that. So
Yeah.
you have to choose a number that you're going to be comfortable with, that you're actually going to be able to be committed to. Don't pick something that's unrealistic that you're not going to be able to sustain over the period of 30 days so that you can actually see what the results are. If you go, I'm going to post 4 per day, and then you post 4 on a Wednesday, and you post another 4 on a Saturday, and then you post 1 on a Sunday, and then 2 on a Tuesday, that is really not going to get you any kind of tangible metrics to actually measure your results from, because it's just been so sporadic. So make sure that you're consistent. That's the biggest thing, because then you really have numbers that you can actually go back to and look at and say, okay, this worked in my business, this didn't work in my business. I'm going to double down on this, and I'm not going to double down on that.
Yeah, because that's just like me right now. Like I'm posting 2 TikToks a day. 2 TikToks a day, but I'm posting 6 friggin' reels. That is now my VA is repurposing 4 of my older content and posting them on reels for me. But it's not affecting it. It's actually helping me the more I post on reels, right? But I'm not doing 6 a day on TikTok, right? That's the thing, right? I'm not recreating 6 things on Facebook reels either, right? They're literally, a lot of them are reposted content just because I am trying to monetize that, because now I can get paid on it. So why not dump as much content on there? Heck, I'm putting even videos of Daniel on there. Why? Because it's just extra content, right? So it's just gonna make me money. I don't care right now. As long as people are watching it, friggin' all for it. Let's go. You guys want to post your
And
stuff on
also,
my
I want to mention this very quickly. Like, if you guys are doing short form content, okay, Facebook Reels, TikTok, whatever, okay, yes, focus on one, okay, but spend some time to learn how to repurpose it, okay. Initially, it might take you a while, but after you know the process, you can do it relatively quickly, because you are not creating new content on each different platform. You just do it once, then you download it, repurpose it in different platform, right? That's gonna get you additional traffic source, okay? I mean, traffic source, because I like to do work once, and then I can publish on multiple platforms.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I think we got that one pretty good. I've got another question here, and I think this one. All right, it says, I got a question. So is health storytelling a good way to attract people as well? And I think this comes from our friend Rory, and he even followed that up with, Ryan Hobbs knows what I'm asking about when it comes to that question. He and I had a conversation the other day. So what he's actually talking about is, if you have, a health issue or a concern that's going on in your life, should that be part of your story? And for me, I'll go ahead and start with this one. Yes, it should be. Your story is your story, regardless of what it is, okay? Whether it's a health issue, whether it is, for me, getting laid off and having a family and responsibilities, people resonate with those stories, all right? So when you tell that story, regardless of what it is, you're going to find people that are in that same situation. You know, I know for Rory, if you're still watching, you know, today you kind of we were talking about this, and you opened up and said, you know, you got this thing going on, and I was actually able to relate to that. I've had something similar with that. So, you know, that just helps you create that connection with your audience. And again, it doesn't matter what your story is, and because, you know, it could be anything. And I'm going to actually throw the mic over to Nate on this one because, you know, as far as a lot of us, his story really, as far as like wild and crazy goes, I'm going to say he kind of wins with that. You know, he came online and started his first 4 months doing TikToks as the Toothless Trucker. Okay, so take it away, Nate.
Yeah, like I don't even care. I'll even put these away. I really don't give a shit. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people, and that's why we try to push our students. Like we even got our students inside our Facebook group who are afraid to get on camera, who don't want to go on camera, but we as Wealth Warriors and coaches, we're pushing them. So we're giving them a safe environment to go live inside our private Facebook group, so they can just go live without being judged. Go live with just being able to learn how to do it. Go live so we can even give them some pointers. Oh, maybe next time you're going to want to do this and this, right? That's the thing about having a community. That's the difference between having a family helping you back and forth, right? My first 4 months online, like Ryan said, I had no teeth in my mouth. I got my first commissions the first day I got my teeth yanked out. I made a TikTok that went viral that I don't even remember creating because I was so out of it coming out of the dentist's office. But that video went viral. I woke up the next day and had my first 2 commissions made online, right? It's crazy, beautiful, right? Like I love this industry, and like I spent 4 months with no teeth in my mouth. Yeah, did I get haters and stuff like that? Yeah, whatever. I didn't let that fuel me, because if people really knew the cost of freaking dentures, they'd be, especially even me as a Canadian, Ryan, Tyler, you know that we only have a certain amount that we can spend each year, which is around $1,500, right? Even though we pay out the ass in our freaking taxes, right? We only get $1,500 towards our freaking dental, right? So that's all we gotta spend. And on top of that, so people don't really realize it, but I love this industry, and that's why I got into this industry, got on camera, and I mainly got on there with no teeth in my mouth, but I did it just to prove people wrong, right? Just to prove people, like, don't let fucking people judge you, man. Like, anybody can do this industry if you set your right mind to it, right? You gotta be hungry enough for success in order to succeed, right? And for me, I wasn't letting nothing stop me. Whether I had teeth in my mouth or not, I wasn't letting nothing stop me or anybody stop me. Just go for it, man. Trust me, 7-second videos can change your entire life.
I mean, here's the thing. Let's look at how many companies during the last 2 years when the pandemic was going on, how many companies didn't have a social media presence, barely had websites, barely had places to go and order products from. And now all of a sudden, all those companies were basically forced to go online and to build out their online presence and to build out their websites and to make their platforms better. Now look at the benefit that they've gained from that. There is so much more benefit to you coming out of your shell and experiencing something new than there is of being scared and afraid and letting that fear keep you in the same spot that you're in. Like, you know, I didn't want to go on camera either. I was against social media. I didn't have Facebook for 10 years. I mean, I was like, dude, there's no freaking way. And honestly, now, like, I'm starting to love it. Like, actually, not even starting to love it. I really am loving it. And like, I'm going to throw in a shameless plug here because it's unrelated to the Make Money Online space. But if y'all want to follow my new fishing channel, come check it out. Seabums Fishing on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. We're getting a whole channel going, doing the thing. Because I want to show you guys how I'm going to do a case study for myself on moving into other niches within the Make Money or within the affiliate marketing space to show you guys what it can really be like when you start your journey somewhere and then you progress and you move. Like we've been talking about, being an entrepreneur, being a Swiss Army knife. Like, you know, this is a lifelong journey decision that all four of us have made for our families, for ourselves, for our wives, all that stuff. We are literally here to level ourselves up each and every day, each and every week, to learn, to grow, to build something, to build new things, to try new things, to seek opportunities, to fail, and to look at those failures and learn from those failures and grow exponentially. Like, it is a incredible journey that you guys are about to embark on when you decide that you're going to make that decision. And I promise you, you don't have to go it alone, because like Ryan said, I mean, I've been working with Ryan for almost 2 years. Daniel and Nate have been working with each other for a year and a half. We've now been working with each other for 3 odd months now. And like, you know, the relationships that we're building, the network that we're building of people that we can go to and ask questions, people that can give us advice, that can help us level up our businesses, that can help us level up our mindset. It's freaking unreal. Like, it's truly mind-blowing when you really start getting into this industry. I mean, Nate and I started around the same time. He's from Alberta. I'm from BC. We met up. We started doing lives together on TikTok. I was on my boat. He was out in the bush. He was out in his whatever. Like, it was just fun. And the people that you meet when you come out of your shell and you really start to focus on you and your progression, I'm telling you guys, there is something amazing, something powerful, something, a driving force behind you when that really starts to happen and you start to meet people. And again, we said it in this live before, community is the number one thing. And it's the reason why the Wealth Warriors are so freaking passionate about building a community, because we have a space where entrepreneurs get to come together and people are meeting each other. There's friendships being formed. There's relationships being formed. There's new entrepreneurial journeys and opportunities being created for people. And that's the kind of situation that we are so passionate about creating for you guys, so that you guys have a safe place to go to start to become who it is that you want to ultimately be years down the road once your business is going. It's serious and it's awesome.
Oh, we are very excited to have you guys with us, okay, throughout this 2022 journey. I know we have been creating some crazy results. We have about 16 new 10K students, okay, in the past few months of time. Yeah. And we are even more excited about what's coming, okay? So I cannot wait to share with you guys in the next couple months. Yeah, but let me piggyback to the previous subject, okay? How to tell your story, okay? It seems that a lot of people, especially when you are just getting started, you try to get your story out there. However, you don't feel the impact, okay? People don't feel that much impact, okay, from your story. So I do want to drop you guys a tip, okay? I want to give you a basic but critical element that you're gonna see in all my content, okay? And if you pay attention, you're also going to see this element throughout, like Tyler, Ryan, Nate, everybody, every successful marketer's content, okay? If you guys want to know that, what's that key element, okay, people are looking for, give me WW, okay, Wealth Warriors, give me WW in the comment section down below. Then I'll give you that tip, okay? Yep.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I just wanted to jump in there real quick and see that, Nate, did you have sales experience when you jumped online? None at all. I was an off-highway log truck driver who hated technology and still do, sort of. Starting to love it, but no, as an off-highway log truck driver, I had no clue about sales. I think I tried doing door-to-door Kirby at one time in BC, in Abbotsford at one time, I think, but that didn't work out. I think I got fired because I smelt like the green stuff, so. But that, and yeah, I had no sales at all. I had no clue about sales. Now, I can't say sales in general because I'm not going to lie. My past addiction, me being on the streets, yes, that literally probably came into effect and into my sales. Yes, I basically learned business on the streets. And it's kind of weird how you think about it, but I literally did. Like, it was either life or death, right? So you got to know your numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, you could either get beat up or end up in a ditch somewhere, right? So that's the thing, right? Like, I literally learned how to be a businessman from being on the street. I know it sounds weird, right? But it did, right? And I brought that into. Now, I've been clean for almost 13. I think we're going on 13 years now. I've been clean, guys, right? So don't nothing recent or anything
boy,
like
Nate,
that.
congratulations, buddy.
Right?
That's huge.
I've been clean for 13 years, but I learned a lot of stuff while I was on the street so that I can also use in this business. And you say, like, what? And I say, like, not only like communication skills and pain points and being able to understand. Well, my finger's broken. Oh, there we go. Sorry. And understand, like, I literally was at the shit end and the shit end of my life. There was no way I could have been any worse or gotten any worse than I was, other than end up in a grave in a box. Literally, I've literally been at the lowest of my life, and I've lived it with a lot of other people. I've lost a lot of friends along the way and stuff from addiction and stuff like that. But I can understand being at a low point in people's lives. I can understand and I can show them a transformation. And that's what me and Daniel and a lot of us have been talking about. Lately, is if you guys can show a transformation with your audience and a transformation with your audience, and it can be as small as just learning something that day. Just something as little as learning something that day, or even if you're on the Wealth Warriors show today. If you just learn something, that's still a transformation. Even if it's a little one, it could be a big one or a little one, but it's still a transformation that's going to bring you guys to the next level. I love this industry. I have a passion for it. And absolutely, it says, you actually did a door-to-door sales before, Nate? How was it? I just said, yeah, I did door-to-door for like, I think it was a week and a half and got fired because I stunk like freaking green. Right? So I didn't do sales, right? So I wasn't good at sales. It just wasn't me. But me as my past addiction and stuff, yeah, it probably brings a role into my industry now, because I know how nobody could get low as low. Yes, everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own life. Everybody has been through shit and back. Everybody has had a shitty part in their life, whether it's now or it was 10 years ago, or maybe you're still going to have it 3 years from now. Who knows, right? But it's how you learn from that experience, right? Most people, from my experience where I was on the street, 80 to 90% of them didn't make it. Most of them they're gone, right? Most of my friends, they're gone. Very little of them actually got out like I did, right? And that's why, like, me coming online, me helping audience, me helping the students, that's me giving back to society for being such a shitty person for so many years, right? To me, I get joys. I love helping our students. I love going into our Wealth Warriors coaching calls on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays and helping our students and just answering their questions. I don't have to sell. I don't have to promote nothing. I don't have to do anything. There's no edge there. There's no sitting on the edge if this person's going to do this or if he's going to buy in or blah, blah, blah. No, I'm literally just sitting there, me, Daniel, Ryan, Tyler. We're sitting there answering our students' questions and getting them the answers that they want now, not next week, right? So what, as you guys tell, I have a passion for this.
I'm gonna jump in there because it seems to be we got a few questions that are concentrated on sales and having experience in sales, and I really don't think too many of us have had experience in sales. I think Tyler, we've talked about this before. I think you had a little bit just with the company that you were with, but it really wasn't necessarily a dedicated sales position. But I think what you guys need to look at is take the sales part out. All right. Don't look at it as a salesman position or something like that. We are here to help others. Call yourself a help man. All right. Don't call yourself a salesman. All right. What you're truly here to do is you want to be able to help others. All right. We're not here to try to sell people things. All right. We don't even know if the people that we talk with, if we can even help them, if we don't start talking to them and asking them questions and things. So many people in this industry, and I see it day in and day out. Just today, I had about 5 messages that came across. People cold messaged me and boom, just right out of the gate. hey, check out this link, go get this course or whatever. And I'm like, dude, does this crap actually work for you? You know, a lot of these things, you have to think about, take the sales part of it out. Take the sales part out. Don't think about that because you're not selling anything. What you're doing is you're forming relationships with people and you're trying to help them. You're trying to provide solutions to problems that they have. And to be honest, if there are any salespeople out there, if you can take a page from this book, don't sell people. Nobody wants to be sold. I don't want to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold anything. But when you reach out and you have a genuine conversation with somebody, you try to figure out what's going on, and if you can actually help that person, if they have a problem that you can provide a solution to for that problem, I'm telling you what, you will have your own ATM and you can print money anytime you want if you can focus on that and really succeed at that, helping other people. So forget about the sales, turn yourself into a help man, and go on from there.
Exactly. Tyler.
You go, bro. There's a lot of WWs there.
Okay.
For you to drop that secret.
Give me another WW. I've been waiting for so long. Give me another WW right now. I'm going to give you the tip, okay? I mean, that's working with this powerhouse, there are pros and cons, okay? The cons is that every coach right here, they can do like 2-3 hours training by themselves. So I have to wait for a long time before the mic will come back to me, okay? Yeah, so thank you guys. Okay, let me very quick. Okay, main tip, you want to everybody has challenges in life, okay? Let me give you a couple examples. Like our mentor Zach, right? If you are on his program, then you know he started from having 50K in debt, flew over to Philippines, created his digital agency that failed. He called back to his home, right? And his dad tell him, hey, don't come back before you figure this out, okay? So he gave it one last shot, then start his affiliate marketing business, okay? Talking about Jonathan. If you are in Jonathan's program, right, you guys know he started while he worked for his 9-to-5, but paycheck to paycheck, okay? When he started his affiliate marketing business, he only had minus $1,200 in his bank account. So he got to wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning to create his YouTube content before he go to his regular 9-to-5, okay? And Nate started without teeth, right? I started with being on food stand. Ryan started when he lost his job. So everybody has their own story. Like Rory, you have your health challenge, right? All these are great. But the key point is that look at your content. Does your content, besides telling your challenge, right? Challenge is great, but people are looking to see where in your content you push through that challenge. Push through that challenge. I can have cancer right now, okay? But the key point is that how I push through this cancer challenge. I don't have teeth right now. How can I push through this insecurity to get myself out there? I'm not talking about making money. How much money you are making, okay? Like, give you another example. Like my wife, right, kept telling me, while initially I didn't make any money at all, okay, still trying to figure out. And my wife kept telling me, right, hey, Daniel, why can't you just be like a regular husband, like other people out there, right? Ryan, you also have similar experience. Go out there, get another job, right? And so basically, my wife feel insecure, okay? So I kept telling her, hey, give me 1 more month. Give me 2 more months. Let me try again, okay? Yeah, if that doesn't work, I go out there to get a job, okay? But in the meantime,
I pulled that one off.
Yeah, we all went through that, okay? So that's the challenge. That's the challenge. A lot of people stop there. Talk about your challenge. Talk about how unfortunate your life is right now, okay? But you are missing the part to show people how you are pushing through this challenge. For example, one day, okay, one night, I think enough is enough, okay? I gather all my family, sit down together. I talk to my wife, right? This is really something I want to do. Not just I can find fulfillment, change our family life, but I also want to create impact to many other people. And I need your help, okay? So you see, I do something to push through that challenge, okay? To turn negativity into positivity. I don't have results yet, but if you learn how to tell the story, share your challenge, but mainly to show people where you push through that challenge, or you are pushing through that challenge, okay? That's the key.
Definitely. Hey, we got another question here. Before we get to this question, I do want to apologize to Sandy, as I did say help man. I should probably say help person, as she put into the comments help woman, which I'm sure Megan probably saw that. She's probably going to give me a lashing here in a few minutes for that. But anyway, I do apologize for that. We are gender sensitive and all that stuff. Good jazz. But anyway, we do have another question here, and it says, thank you guys for sharing your experience and knowledge, but can you all share what the most important thing to be consistent with? And I'm gonna grab this real quick and then I'll pass it off to you guys. But it's all important, okay? But really, honestly, to what is it more important to be consistent with, I think is really the basis of this question. And honestly, I think for us, it's the content creation, and it's putting our content out there, okay? I can create emails and I can create funnels and I can do those things, every couple of days or something like that. But honestly, it's the content that we put out that really has to be consistent. We have to have that consistency with our content every single day, because a lot of these algorithms out there, if you're not, they won't push your stuff. Okay. So if you go and you create a couple videos today and then you wait until, next Wednesday or next Tuesday to create another video or two, things are not going to work out well for you. We've worked with people, we've coached people that, yeah, man, I'm doing the content. I'm putting my videos out there. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go check it out. And we'll scroll through their content. I'm like, all right, here's one from yesterday. All right, 6 days before that, they did one. All right, a month before that, they did one. Yeah, that's consistent, all right. No, consistency is every single day. Show up every single day in your business and create that content and put it out there to people. So for me, I would say that's just – go ahead.
Just want to say consistency, just like we've been here consistently every Thursday the past 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah. Throw that out there.
I mean, and Ryan's probably gonna smile when I say this one, but I'm gonna really, really simplify this, and probably you all are gonna hate this answer because it really doesn't answer the question, but it kind of does. The biggest thing that you can be consistent with is your intention. What are you intending to do every single day? What is your intention? Be consistent with your intention. If exactly what Ryan's talking about, if you're going to float around and I'll probably post some content today, or maybe I'll batch 2 videos today, or hem-haw about this, that, the other thing, you're not fucking consistent. I'm sorry. You're just not consistent. You need to be consistent with your intention, with your action, with your implementation. The best thing that the most important thing that you can stay consistent with is your intention and your action every single day, whether that's consuming content and learning more, whether that's posting on social media, whether that is going through your course, whether that's DMing with your coach and getting with them every single day or every single week and saying, hey, this is what's going on. Whatever the case may be, you got to be consistent with your intention, period. And then you will see success.
Yeah, I love that. You're right, Tyler, because we had the same mentor that kind of drove that one into our heads, didn't he? Intent is a huge thing. How many people do you talk to? And be like, what are you going to do tomorrow in your business? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna post a video maybe, and then maybe send out an email. Okay, well, what time are you going to get up? Well, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11. It's do you not intend on getting up? Do you have no intention whatsoever of getting? How can you not tell me what time it is you're going to get up? You set a damn alarm and you get up. It's that simple. It's a decision that you have to make, but you have to be intentful with every decision that you make and know going forward, all right, look, this is what I'm going to do. I have intent to get on my phone, not to scroll through it and mindlessly look and consume it content. No, my intent is to scroll through and find content that I can use. That is my intent.
This here is not an after work special where you're like, oh, what Netflix show am I going to watch tonight? Oh, well, I'll just scroll later and figure it out and spend an hour scrolling through the Netflix friggin' files just to choose a show because you don't really want to watch a movie because now it's been an hour and a half since you scrolled and all that kind of stuff. This is business. This is you being an entrepreneur. This is you after work having intention, saying, okay, I'm going home. I'm spending an hour with my kid. I'm spending a half hour with my wife. I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to cook. I'm going to put the kids to bed. And then from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m., I'm going to work on my business without fail every single day. That's how it has to be. That's how success is formed. That's where success comes from. It comes from that intention. It comes from that drive. It comes from that commitment that you're going to do something each and every day. And guys, if you think that I'm sitting here almighty on my crown chair or whatever, believe me, there have been so many times in the last 2 years where I have failed to have intention, and it has bit me in the ass every single time. Without intention, your day is basically useless. It goes to the wind. It goes to the fairy dust. Nothing really happens. You kind of do something here. You do 10% of something there. You know, you do some busy work to make yourself feel better, but really nothing is actually accomplished. Believe me, I've been there. I've done this. Okay, like I've lived.
Been there, done that. I've done that like 3 times this week already.
Huh?
I said, been there, I've done that 3 times this week already. Fucking running my
right?
days.
Exactly. Like, guys,
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Yeah, we're here telling it to you because we're all wearing the t-shirt. We've been there, done that. We've experienced what it's like to be on both sides of the spectrum. And if you can be self-aware enough to know when you're not putting the right intention into the right space, and you can be self-aware enough to say, hey, all right, I'm making a mistake here. I told myself I was going to have intention, and for some reason, I'm not having intention. So right now, I'm going to go write down one thing in my day planner that I'm going to get done right now and have intention to do that. Start with just one thing. It doesn't have to be a to-do list of 500 things. There's always 500 things to do, guys. Always, okay? Pick one. Get it done. Show yourself that you can complete some intentions. Show yourself that you can take some action. That small, tiny micro win that you're going to have in that moment is going to start to set the motions and set the propellers in a forward motion for more intention, more success, more completion of tasks. It's just how it works. It's literally just how it works. I can't say it enough.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, beautiful. I mean, you cannot hit the target you don't even see. Okay, so you got to have your goal in front of you. You got to know what you're gonna do tomorrow, next month, next year, next 5 years. Okay, this time you laugh at me. Okay, laugh at me. I mean, I
saw you grab the book. I saw you go grab the book.
Yeah, I went to grab the book. So this was me. This is my pocket book. Okay. And I just want to show you some Chinese writing here. So you probably cannot see it. You don't understand, but let me show you. This was back in 2016, okay? 2016. So I put down the goal. This one I crossed out, okay? Because this is something I really want to do. I wrote in Chinese writing, but my goal at the time in 2016, right, is my speech will impact millions of people. That's something I really want to do. So I put it on my book. You see, I cross it out because I don't think I have it. I had what it takes to achieve that. That's why I crossed it. I crossed it out. Okay, after my business went down in the past couple of years, but that's something I put on my book. Okay, I also put in 2017. This one I didn't achieve. Okay, I want to buy a house at Venice Beach. Okay, a lot of things I put on my book I haven't achieved yet, but I have it with me. Okay, I know where I'm going.
Absolutely. You got to have goals. You have to have goals. And writing them down is so important because it makes it real. It makes it something that you're truly striving for. It becomes your reason why you're doing something. If you just have some flippant goal in your mind that you think about once in a while and whatever. But Daniel, how many times a week do you look at that book to remind yourself of where you're going and where you've come from?
I read it a lot, sometimes with good emotions, sometimes feeling down but that's you got to write it down. Okay. You got to write it down. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nate, what's your take on this whole situation? Being consistent. What's the most important thing?
Well, like for me, just freaking being consistent, being consistent. Like, right, and anything you do, really. But when it comes to this, like Ryan even said, and like we all know, is content's freaking king, right? If you're not consistent getting your content out there, then your audience ain't gonna see you, right? So it all starts with your content, basically, right? So for me, is I'm consistent with my videos. Videos is a big thing with me, and my DMs. I'm consistent with my DMs. I'm consistently adding new people to my system. I'm consistently in front of my audience. I'm consistently answering people within the first 5-10 minutes they message me, right? Consistent with everything you do is key to this business, right? It's just key to being an entrepreneur. Right? Yeah, you're going to fail at a lot of shit. Heck yeah, man. You're going to run into a lot of shit and a lot of problems, and you're going to have some ups and downs, right? You're going to have good months and you're going to have bad months, right? Every one of us here has had bad months. Every one of us has had good months, right? But it's a matter of being consistent, pushing forward, and just keep doing it, right? Even if you guys aren't seeing results in your first month or two, keep going, man. Some people, it takes longer. Right? Like literally, we have students who it wasn't until their third or fourth month until they had their big break, and now they've done over $15,000 online, right? It's just, don't give up, man. Just keep pushing, right? Because you could walk, like we said lots of times already, you could walk around the corner and there's your big break. You could be your business could just take off. Just keep being consistent, right? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I wrote that earlier, right? So if you're comfortable in this business, then you need to get up and start doing more, right? Because if you're comfortable, it means you're not working hard enough, right? Because as an entrepreneur, if you want this and you really want to succeed, you better be giving it your all, right? I don't know. That's me.
That's 100%. I love it.
100%. Yeah. Ryan?
Awesome. I don't think we got a whole lot of questions left. I think we've kind of gone through most of them, but it all comes down to, Nate kind of touched on this, and I actually made a post about this earlier today. Don't get upset because you don't get the results that you wanted from not doing the work you didn't want to do. There's so many people that get involved with this, and they get upset because they don't get the results, but yet they didn't put the work into it to get those results. Or a lot of people end up giving up before they've given it enough time to get those results that they looked for. So many people look for instant gratification when they do these things. We've talked about this time and time again. We're so used to trading our time for money, and we see that result right away. If we have a 9-to-5, we go to work, we get a paycheck, we see results from that time that we worked. And in this industry, in this business, when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of times you got to put a lot of work in the beginning. Sometimes it takes weeks or months to be consistent with that work before you start to see consistent results. And again, a lot of people give up before they get that result because they didn't give it enough time or they weren't consistent enough. So again, all of us sitting here before you have been through that. We've been through the time where, we got started and we didn't see results right away. But we knew that if we kept doing what we were doing, the results were going to eventually come. And they did for each one of us. And they can for you guys as well. And that's why we're here. We're here to help you guys stay accountable, stay consistent, keep working in your business, answer your questions for your business so that you know what to do, so you can make that plan for tomorrow, so you can intend to do what you need to do tomorrow to move that needle in your business and progress in your business. That's why we do this, is for you guys.
That is powerful, okay? So how many of you guys, thank you for being with us, okay? It's at the end of the show. I also want to give you one final tip for you guys to take away, because I know some of you are with Wealth Warriors, some of you are with other people's program, right? But we are here to serve you guys, okay? So I want to give you one final tip. But how many of you that you feel you are receiving value from our the Rise with the Wealth Warriors show? If you do think that hanging out with us in some way, you do receive value, you do see benefit for your business, give me number 9 down below. Okay, I want to see that engagement going. Give me number 9 down below, so I know whatever we say does make sense to you. Okay, and so one final tip I do want to give you guys. Okay, consistency is key. Without consistency, you have no solid foundation for any business. Okay, but I want to go deeper than that. A lot of you guys, right? You see, Ryan, Nate, Tyler, we all have results from different programs. Okay, how come? A lot of people overlook this. So I want to give you this information. You have to know in and out of the solution you are promoting. What does that mean? You have to know exactly what's the main problem your solution is solving. Okay, I can tell what problem MC is solving. I can tell you what problem Freedom Breakthrough is solving. I can tell you what problem Legendary Marketer is solving. Okay, if I choose to go that angle. So you have to know in and out of the solution what exactly the problem your solution is solving. Okay, if you figure that out, that's gonna help your marketing a lot. Okay.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Big job, big nugget.
That's a big
Value
boom
over
right there is what that was.
So guys, it is Halloween week, and we literally, I want to say, as part of all the Wealth Warriors, thank you all for showing up, for everyone who does show up, answers these questions. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be back here next Thursday morning. We will be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time Thursday morning for Rise with the Wealth Warriors. We will be here every single Thursday to help the community and help you guys get actually answers in this industry. So if you guys have questions throughout the week, write them down or friggin' reach out to whoever you guys are watching from, and we'll help you guys. We want to help this industry. We see a lot of people, a lot of bad things in this industry, but there's also a lot of good in this industry, right? And that's what we want to bring out. We want to bring out the positivity in this industry. We want to bring back value and ethical marketing. So thank you guys for coming out here, hanging out with us, asking us questions. It is Halloween week. I've decorated my office. I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I want you all to be safe out there. Hope you and your families have an amazing time. Have fun at those mazes, carving those pumpkins. I know we got to do some pumpkin carving this weekend. So I know, Ryan, I bet you guys have been doing some of that stuff this week too. So I know Daniel's gone up for it. So guys, we do appreciate every single one of you that comes in here, so don't think we don't. We literally do this for you guys. We're not making nothing coming out here every Thursday. We're doing this for the community and for you. So thank you all. Wealth Warriors is here for you, and if you guys want to reach out, if you guys want to work with one of the Wealth Warriors, reach out to whoever you guys are watching from, and we'll get you guys going. So have a great day. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Thank you guys for being with us.
So much.
Yeah, I just wanted to say very quick, thank you guys. I see you guys next week.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys.